Okay, so in this video we will talk about in this video we'll talk about the chapter of retail loss prevention. So in retail loss prevention, there is a term which is retail shrinkage that used in this retail loss prevention. It refers to any types of loss identified as missing money or inventory that should be present but is not actually on hand or sellable. So this loss can come in a various form. First, it can come because of a customer theft, where customer taking a things without paying, a damage, like when a damage that caused the product cannot be sold out, a bookkeeping errors where there is an inventory errors, like we are selling things but scan it with a different barcode that have a different cost pricing. It also can be categorized as bookkeeping errors. And next is the internal theft that caused by the staff. And lastly is the vendor fraud, like they were stating in the invoice that they were selling 15 bottles of wines, but instead of 15 is actually there's only 10 bottles, so there's 5 missing bottles. So actually there is many ways to prevent loss. First of them is to make sure that you are always organize your store to minimize the shoplifting. So as we can see here, there is two picture. First is the organized one, the second one is the unorganized. When a customer take a things from a very organized place, a staff can straightly recognize what is the item that the customer have taken. But if it is from a very unorganized, as we can see the second picture, it's have a very not organized, where we can see the bottles everywhere, they got this empty spaces. So when customer take a things from here, there's high advantages where staff cannot recognize from where the product is taken, or even they didn't realize that customer have take the things and put it inside the bag and just walk away without paying. So the second is the staff must take time to greet and assist the customer, so that customer is aware that they was being watched and the staff know that's what they are doing. So next is to train the employees to spot suspicious behavior, as repeatedly picking up items and replacing them, looking around to see whether they are being watched, moving away from employees, swapping price tags and moving product to a different packaging. So next is to install a security system like a security tag, like the first picture, or even a CCTV. And a shop also can install a machine when the customer pass through without paying, the machine will beep out, so it keep the attention, so it's make the staff or know that the customer is going out without paying the item. So next is to advertise your security measure, like this yellow signage that say you are under CCTV surveillance, that customer will not trying to pick an item without paying and go out. So the number 6 is to track inventory using your POS system to make sure that all item is going in and out. It's very important. So next, the number 7 is to minimize cash payment. This can serve as an example when a customer paying 100 and they should be getting balance of 50 ringgit, but instead of giving 50 ringgit, you are giving the customer 60 ringgit. So we can see there is 10 ringgit of difference, and actually it's a loss where it costs your money in the inventory is less. So it costs a shortage. So next, when employee also need to be trained to to recognize when a customer bring a receipt for returned items, because sometimes the customer are using the same type of the same receipt as in before that. So that employee must be trained to recognize and to require a receipt for any returns item purpose. So lastly, employer must take steps to limit the employee related loss. One as example, whenever an employee was caught thieving in the shop, they must given like a first warning, second warning, or even a straight hard warning to make sure the employee know that the consequence of thieving in the shop. So these the 9 effective ways to prevent a loss in the retail. Thank you.